Heart2Start Fantasy Podcast. Heart2Start Kev here, coming at you with the wire rankings. Who I got with me, man? Co-host.
What it do, y'all? It's Guccini JD, aka Heart2Start JD, man. We back, bruh.
Brody Cortez couldn't be with us. We doing it in the middle of a day, and you know how it goes. But we definitely got to get y'all these wire rankings after that week one. I hope y'all listen to the recap and the week two rankings last night that we dropped, but we're going to drop this one for you so you can definitely make the right move and make your next move your best move, like a chess move, man. You know? But shit, let's start it off, man. You know, a lot of injuries happen, man. You got Connor went down, you got Marlon Mack went down. It's a whole bunch of shit that we talked about, so I feel like a lot of people is hurt. Lindsey is hurting for running backs right now. I mean, running backs always dominate the wire rankings, though. You know what I mean? Usually when there's one out there. But, you know, for me personally, now we're not going to specifically say any order because I don't know how your team is or how your wire works and how it works, what they do, the way the order is, the fab money. Budget. But in my order for players to get, I'm going to start with Benny Snell for me.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that. Benny Snell, he was toting that rock. And the way that the Steelers was playing last night, even though they played the Giants, and the Giants looked like a great team, that defense was flying all over the field for the first half. I can't knock that. And the way that Pittsburgh looked like they are back. And if they go up in a lot of games, ball control is going to be the key. And you've seen what Snell did with the 19 carries, I think it was, you know. So, yeah, I'm definitely with that. Mine is Malcolm Brown, though. You know, we see what – on that Sunday night game, how I can't even think of the coach name right now. How they want to run the ball, and definitely Malcolm Brown looked like that guy to have in that backfield right now. Who's not to say, you know, come a couple more weeks, Akers might take it over or not, but we going week by week. And this week right now, with them going to go play the Eagles, and the way the Eagles just got destroyed by the Redskins, yeah, I like, give me Malcolm Brown right now as the number one wire eat, which I do have the number one wire eat in the league that I'm the commissioner of, and then I have a number two pick, and so I'm finna have the cream of the crop in a couple of leagues.
I'm gonna say this, just to get back on Benny Snell, he ran the ball 19 times for 113 yards. We know, I liked Benny Snell last year. He was a guy we talked about last year just to hold on to. But he ended up getting injured as well.
Yeah.
But the fact that he looked good in camp, and, you know, I told people on the podcast, if you get Connor, make sure you get Snell. That's the only way you get him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Connor already with an ankle injury, he dealt with an ankle injury the year before last, a high ankle sprain. So with Snell, we talked about the Pittsburgh defense, how good they are. We know that they're going to be playing not necessarily ball control, but they're going to be a high-octane offense. They don't mind running the score up and passing, but he's going to be in a lot of situations, if he's the lead back, to be scoring easy. So if he only had 11 points, with however y'all points do, he's going to be a solid 15 and give you those running back two numbers possibly down the way if Connor were to miss time. And even if Connor doesn't miss time, they can't just keep putting it on him if he's not going to stay healthy. And sooner or later, it's like, you know what, you got the other boy, McDowell, what's his last name? The other running back, McFarland. They pulled him off the practice squad.
Jalen Samuels. McFarland was scratched out last night, though.
So, you know what I mean? We'll see, though. But to go back with that Malcolm Brown, Cam Akers did start the game. And he got around 14 carries, and Malcolm Brown got 18. Plus the touches, they were pretty close in touches and shit. You feel me? So I think it really is the hot hand there. Now, can you be safe to play him this week? Absolutely, because of the touchdown potential. Last year, they used him in the red zone a lot, even with Gurley. So you might, I'm not saying start Akers. I would much rather start Malcolm Brown until somebody separates, which may be a while. So you might have a headache waiting for either one, but, you know, people been having injuries, so you definitely go run him in there. He's starting. You know what I mean? Even if he don't start, he getting it.
On top.
But shit, what about Nyheim Hines?
Man, bro, the 8 receptions. If you play PPR, you winning with this dude. You know, he's going to be on the field.
I got him over Malcolm Brown.
I ain't mad at you. That's what's up. You know, my order ain't in order. You know what I mean? They just the way that these.
He don't want to
names.
give out who he want to get because he got that wire. He can't get y'all all the game.
I'm going Malcolm Brown with the #1 eat in the Ashley the Classics. Well, I'm finna get me a logo set up for that motherfucker watch. For the Ashley the Classic, y'all gonna hear about that shit. You know what I mean? That's who I'm going. I got the #1 pick in that league, bro. That's who I'm going, bro. And like I said, I got the #2 pick in what I got it in. I got it. Oh, I just made a trade in that league too. Shout out to Smoking Jay and my boy Bogey, man. I got the #2 wire pick in that league, so I got the cream of the crop over there too. I busted a move over there, yeah.
Like
so
that.
so I'm doing my thing right now, bro. Even though I only won in 1 league this week, I'm in 7, so I'm 1 for 6 this week. But
Woo!
I ain't in no panic mode.
Damn.
Bro. That's okay. Says the week 1 champ.
Wow.
Oh, we're 5.
I was mad. I lost 3 games.
These
I
boys.
lost 3 games this week.
Right.
I went
But
6 for 3.
I got 3 shares of Miles Sanders though, and I was still competitive in every league that I got Miles Sanders in though, bro.
I can dig it, bro. But
Real
look,
talk.
back to I mean to cut you off. Back to Naheem Hines, right? So how I feel about Eckler and Melvin Gordon with Phillip Rivers in that system, bro. Naheem Hines, it's the same shit. We know Rivers likes his running backs. And they use him in the red zone other than catching. I'm not saying Jonathan Taylor is he's going to be the one that they're running the ball with.
Right.
But Naheem Hines is a very safe play.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
You know what I mean? Especially with the game script.
And in AOB, I got the 4th. So all these running backs that we talking about right now, I got somebody finna fall to me, bro. On everything.
All right, look. Who your first wide receiver you looking at right now?
Just on my paper right now it's Corey Davis. That don't mean he's the
who's
first.
your first though? If you looked at your list,
It'd be Scotty Miller.
Scotty Miller. Okay, but look, I know you're not considering this person being on the wire because you have him in the league, but Robbie Anderson is owned in less than 50% of leagues.
Wow,
around 50% of leagues.
Yeah, that's big.
So Robbie would be my #1.
Oh yeah, I ain't mad at that.
That's 6.
Yeah, that's why I ain't got him written down because I got the nigga on one of my teams. I got him in 2 leagues. I think.
You got to get Robbie Anderson.
No,
I don't think it was a fluke. You know, he was in a run-first offense last year that couldn't run the ball. Imagine that for the last few years, actually, in the Jets. And now he's there where it looks like, they're going to be throwing that rock.
And the cool thing is, last year or his time with the Jets, he was forced as the #1 receiver. So when he was on the field, he produced as the #1 wide receiver. But going over into Carolina, where he's not forced to be that #1 wide receiver, you have other options, including DJ Moore, including Curtis Samuel, including C-Mac. That boy has the potential to go ahead and, even though one of his plays was a 75-yarder, but that I know that's not gonna happen every game. But the potential for 40-yard plays, he has that because that's where he made his bread and butter at in New York. And then with all them other options over there, Robbie Anderson has the potential to eat every week.
And you know who you just mentioned all them weapons, and you mentioned something before the show when we was prepping, Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy B,
if
he on my list.
You might want to grab him, bro.
On everything.
Teddy B, right?
I'm at Teddy B. 2 gloves, Teddy. On everything.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Wax, shout out to Wax. He called him Usher Raymond gloves. He called him Usher Raymond gloves. Hey, so you were saying Corey Davis. I got him on my list.
Yeah, hell yeah.
7 to 8 targets, 101 yards. But to me, bro, temper your expectations with Corey Davis. Don't grab him off the wire and think you can go trade another wide receiver because you got the wide receiver. Everybody dropped the A.J. Brown high. Oh, I got Corey Davis. He's going to do A.J. Brown. Temper your expectations. He had 3 games over 50 yards last year. And the only one closer to 100 was 90 yards, bro, without Tannehill. Like, maybe it's something, even with Tannehill, he didn't have a lot of yards, nothing over 50, but once with Tannehill.
Right.
So I'm not saying, it's a different thing, but him, Jonnu, A.J. Brown, they going to eat in the wide receiving game, all of them. Yeah. So temper your expectations with Corey Davis.
Shout out to Tannehill, man. Stay doing your thing, bro.
Your other boy you said, Scotty Miller.
Yeah, I'm fucking with Scotty, especially with the way that we see how Brady loves those type of wide receivers, bro. And he dropped a big play to where he could have outperformed Godwin on everything.
Hey, Scotty is the workhorse.
Facts, bro. He's going to do all that dirty work for you, bro, and he's going to have the potential to see, between them 5 and 10 yard, 15 yard plays where the fielder's going to be wide open for him, bro. Scotty Miller, definitely, bro.
Hey, my boy, shout out to Zach. He say Brady loved those little hard working dudes.
Fact.
Little,
It reminds him of himself.
scat receivers.
Wes Welker wasn't a high drafted dude.
Especially with Mike Evans being banged up too.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna need to rely
Julian
on
Edelman
else.
wasn't high drafted, man. You coming in making a name for yourself by coming to work every day with your hard hat and your lunch pail, bro. Let's work.
If you need a running back and you don't care about the wide receivers that we talking about, before we go to a wide receiver that I have over Corey Davis, is Josh Kelly.
Yeah, off top.
Josh Kelly, you know, they play the Chiefs this week, so I don't see him being a lot involved. I see this being an Eckler game. But if you need a running back for the long haul and you're looking towards the future, Josh Kelly is a good running back to get.
That's one of the winner backs right there?
Yeah, he's a winner back because we know they want to control the game and the clock from what the game script was yesterday. Not saying that it's going to be that.
Right.
But in a game where they're not playing the Chiefs or somebody that you know is going to score all over their motherfucking ass.
He's going to give you those
Josh
solid
Kelly
18 touches, them running touches, bro.
Could he be, well, he wasn't used in the pass game at all, so I don't want to call him Melvin Gordon, but he could be that Melvin Gordon of the offense as far as the red zone, you know, pushing the ball when you trying to ground and pound, because he has some nice runs. He had nice runs. I got him in both dynasty leagues. Him and Snell, actually. That's crazy. But another wide receiver I wanted to say was Paris Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
BJ snaked me for Paris Campbell, bro. I was mad about it in the AOB. But I got a share of him in the league, though, where I definitely need a receiver. Come on, man. He's a little more seasoned. He was battling injuries. Yeah. He was tied for the team in targets, 9 targets. You know what I mean? Caught 6 of them, 71 receiving yards. Come on, man. Run me Paris Campbell. Right. If I got Paris Campbell, I just told BJ, he got Wentz. And I'm like, bro, you're not going to want to ride Wentz out for the rest of the year, bro. Let me give you Matt Ryan. You give me Paris Campbell and Hollywood, bro, and I'll throw in another piece. You feel me? Run it. Yeah. And I take Paris.
Yeah, it's a couple people that's looking for quarterbacks too, bro.
Everybody drafted Michael Pittman and forgot about Paris Campbell. Like, he just going to come in, you know what I mean?
I took Pittman in the Dynasty League that we got, the Heart2Start Dynasty League on everything.
Hey, Minshew
Mania.
Bogart. Shout out to Bogart,
Uncle
man.
Rico, man.
What he Genshu Minshew.
Right. Real talk.
That's his guy,
19
man.
for 20. Stupid
19
efficient.
for 20.
He was really with the Gensu yesterday, man. The Sunday, man.
Slicing them and dicing them.
Come on, man. The 3 TDs, bro. Even though the 173, whatever it was, 179, whatever it was, don't seem like a lot of yards, which it really ain't. But when you that efficient and throw 3 TDs, bro, what can you say, bro?
What can you say, bro?
Real talk.
Period. I feel you on that.
Let me jump into a tight end right quick, though, bro. Chris Herndon. The only thing he didn't do was score the 6 for 7 catches out of the 7 targets with 37 yards, and it's another tight end that I'm gonna bring up with the same amount of yards. The only thing that he did was score. So with Chris Herndon and them playing the Jets, it showed that Sam Darnold. We've seen it in prior games where he does target Chris Herndon, bro. As long as Herndon's head is in the game, bro, and he's focused, he got all the talent out of this world, bro. Chris Herndon, if you need to go get you a second tight end, or if you ain't going to go get Logan Thomas, which, you know, he might be elevated up there. That's the other tight end that I was talking about, who had the damn near the same stat line, but he was able to score, bro. Look for them two right there.
I'm messing with Logan Thomas. 13 fantasy points, caught a touchdown. Give me Logan Thomas.
Facts.
But I don't have the problem where I'm looking for a tight end.
Yeah.
Because I made sure to get Fant and Jonnu in every league. You know what I mean? If I didn't have a tight end that I just was for sure about. You know what I mean? So, and Goddard. You know? Like, I don't have that problem. But if you're looking for somebody who, you know, you're not comfortable with your first tight end, maybe you got a Higbee. You don't trust Higbee. Yeah. You know, you spend high draft capital.
Or you got a
Hurst. Nothing wrong with Hurst. He'll bounce back, but they got a lot of weapons over there, so maybe you might be reconsidering Hurst. You know what I mean? So Logan Thomas might be somebody you should look into. I got a super sleeper for you, and I'm not gonna say super sleeper, but Levisky Chenault.
Oh yeah, up top.
Hey,
he can walk right in.
You know he played 31% of the wide receiver 2 snaps.
That's big.
Over Conley.
That's big, bro.
The other guy. Cheval. They lining him everywhere too, and I
That's
think
what he
he's the
did in
reason.
college.
I think he's the reason why Chris Thompson was a dud this week, because you thought he was going to be used as that package offensive weapon to throw in and get a big play, but they were using Levinsky on
everything. Laviscus.
I'm laughing. I'm messing with Laviscus. I will be
on top, man. I like that. I like that.
And some, I don't mean to rush because y'all. And some of you guys got to know that if you're in a league where they're doing a waiver order and if you put in a waiver pick and you lose your order by putting in a pick, some of these deep guys that we're talking about,
you don't gotta
wait till waivers clear tonight around midnight or whatever it is, and there'll be some players that you could add without using your roster spot if you don't want to just if you can't get the top picks, the top picks on the wire stash.
Highly agreed. And see, and a lot of these running backs that we talking about, if you need a running back, that's because you went wide receiver heavy or one of your running backs got hurt, bruh. So they might not fall to you. If they do, they do. But bruh, do not waste no wire pick if you don't have to, because you got to play that game too, bruh, to where you elevate your position on that wire, because it's a marathon and not a sprint. And our playoffs start week 14. There's gonna be some people that's dropping like flies every week, bro. So you got to, stay one step ahead of the game, bro. Especially if you don't got no high wire heat. Let that motherfucker fall, bro.
Especially if you don't. What about Jerick McKinnon?
Yeah, he's a good pickup. I ain't got him on here though.
McKinnon caught some balls. You know what I mean? He definitely Mosert's the guy, but in a deep type stash situation where it gets a point if you don't have a lot of running backs and everybody's kind of thin at running backs with injuries and shit. Like, you got to start stashing guys who have can get the opportunity.
No, without a doubt, especially the way that Tevin Coleman looking. He's not looking like he's ready to do anything. They gave him every opportunity in the world last year. Here it is on Sunday where when he did get in there, it looked like he wasn't doing nothing at all. You know what I mean? And McKinnon, here it is. This is his first game back. He's ready. And then the Niners are so thin at pass catchers, and that's what McKinnon brings to the table is pass catching ability. So
I hope we go get A-Rob or OBJ right now. Come on, Niners. Make that move, man.
That'd be beautiful.
With those receivers, when Debo come back, would be nice.
I got another running back, though.
Give me one.
My OG ADAP.
AP.
Off top, bro. It looked like he was that guy over there. I don't know if it's going to be the hot hand. I know Carry-On looked like boo-boo. I don't know how bad the confidence is with Swift dropping that game-winning touchdown. All he needs is a homie hug and a pat on the back to probably get his confidence back. But they finna feed AP. And then, I also think that they brought him in as I ain't gonna say publicity stunt, but as a PR move. He's only, I don't know exactly how many yards he's behind Barry Sanders, but he will break Barry Sanders, or he will move past Barry Sanders in a fucking Lions jersey, bruh, on the all-time rushing yards list. So they're going to feed AP the ball, you know what I mean, off top. And so he's a good stash to have, without a doubt.
I like that.
And he's still got juice left. That's for sure.
I give you a deep stash. Myles Gaskin on the Dolphins. I don't know what the problem was with Breida and why they weren't using him, but it might change.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, if you in a dynasty league or you just stashing on some deep shit, it might be a person to look into.
Hell yeah. I got OJ Howard as well, bro. Even though Gronk out snapped him, OJ Howard had was more targeted than him. You can use Gronk as a run blocker as well. You know what I mean? So OJ Howard, without a doubt, he on the one touchdown that he caught, he was so motherfucking open, and the potential that he has and the athleticism that he has, being a top 10 pick, whatever the fuck he was, playing with a better quarterback that's going to throw him open. All he got to do is just make sure he bring the ball in, without a doubt. So be on the lookout for OJ Howard. If you thin that tight end, if you're not happy with your first tight end, I'm telling you, bro, OJ Howard might be one of them sleeper tight ends.
How you feel? I think a lot of people are going to try to jump off Valdez, Scanlon, and Russell Gage. How you feel about them? I'm passing, honestly. I'm not spinning a wire fit. On
Valdez, Scanlon, and Lazard, them dudes, it's just up in the air with them, I mean, they did play Detroit. I mean, what the fuck did it? They played Minnesota. Minnesota's defensive secondary is trash, which, they're not gonna play Minnesota every week, but you know they do have action. But I would rather have Russell Gage out of them three.
Hey, we had talked about Levitsky, right? And it was actually Keenan Cole that led the team in catches.
Yeah.
That last week as the number 2. You know what I mean? And
But
they
Chenault scored though.
Yeah, they use a lot of packages though. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're gonna have 3 wide receivers on a lot of times.
Chenault come up out of Colorado, like how some of y'all might be too young to know who Slash is or Cordell Stewart, but he's everywhere like that. They use him everywhere. I ain't gonna say he gonna play quarterback, but he brings multiple dimensions.
With their running back situation, they might put a running back tag on him too.
You never know,
That'd
bro.
be a score, huh?
Just like how Jalen Samuels was a tight end running back 2 years ago. On everything. But yeah, though, I like Chenault though, bro. On everything.
You got anybody else? What about Dami Amendola? Five off of 7 targets, 81 catches. 81 yards.
Yeah, without a doubt, especially if Kenny G is missing more time, you know.
If I'm in a double flex league, I'm looking for guys like this. If people I had didn't pan out or I got some injuries, you know what I mean. But if you're just in a 1 flex league, you're not. Hopefully you don't have to start these guys,
right?
But you should keep them for when you got that Heart2Start and you like, man, they didn't really produce 2 games. It's time to pay attention.
Amendola gonna produce though.
Yeah,
Amendola's definitely gonna produce
in that slot for sure.
Everything.
Man,
I think I'm good.
I'm good too, man. That wire.
Oh, Peyton Barber. That's one person I do got written down there. No, what did it say? He outsnapped fucking
It's gonna be a
Gibson.
It's gonna be a carousel over there.
No, it might be a carousel over there.
17 times for 29 yards, bro.
2 TDs though. Them is the goal.
29 yards,
them
bro.
Is the
What's that average per carry, bro?
What's 6 and 6? What's 6 and 6? 12.
Man,
you get 6 points per rushing.
I'm
not banking on him neither. But what I'm saying is, if you hurting that running back, bro, you got to keep all your options open. And in Washington right now, they don't know exactly what they want to do with them running backs, bro. If he's the beneficiary of 2 TDs and he might be playing gold, man, I'm telling you, you might just want to look out for this dude, bro.
We go revisit that down the line. I'm gonna say stay away.
Yeah, you can stay away. It's all good,
boy.
In my leagues, though, I don't need it. Yeah. I'm just throwing it out there.
You just traded Gordon, though, man. I should have got something from you in that league.
Yeah, that's because I got the second wire eating in that league too. So I'm gonna get me whatever running back that turn up the Jets don't go get. If he do, go get one. On everything, and if he don't, then boy,
man,
yes sir.
Well, shit, man.
And that's a super flex too. So I had to go get my 3rd quarterback just in case when the quarterback goes down.
Well, shit, man, that's another episode for y'all. That wire picks, we're going to bring that to y'all every week, 100% for sure. We'll be dropping the video episode of the rankings coming at you. So, man, stay tuned.
Draft footage coming, bruh.
Draft footage is coming.
First episode footage last night, man, coming to y'all, bruh. We dropping. The consistency factor is there, bruh. We working, bruh. That's for surely. Other guy, shout out to Kurt, man. He's there, man. We working, bruh. Off top.
Sure. Heart2Start, man. Back at you.
Back at y'all.